What if a movie could throw you back to the 1970s, where muscle cars dominate the streets and leave a lasting impression? Dazed and Confused does just that. It's not just a cult classic, it's a tribute to the coolest rides of the era. If muscle cars are your thing, this video is exactly what you need. Buckle up, gearheads, but before we hit the gas, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on more muscle car content. Ever wondered what makes a muscle car truly a muscle car? It's more than just speed. It's about raw power, attitude, and presence. So let's kick off with one such muscle car, the 1970 Chevelle 454 SS. Under the hood of Wooderson's Chevelle sits a 454 cubic inch V8 engine. We're talking about 450 horsepower and a thunderous 500 pound-feet of torque. That's enough to make you feel the road underneath with every press of the pedal. The car featured a quadrajet 4-barrel carburetor, ensuring maximum fuel efficiency and performance. And when it comes to shifting gears, you had options. The Muncie M21 or M22 close-ratio 4-speed manual transmission for that pure muscle car experience, or the Turbo Hydromatic 400 automatic transmission for a smoother ride. It could go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 6 seconds, with a top speed of 133 miles per hour, making it a powerhouse both on the street and the highway. But here's the thing, it's not just these specs that made it stand out. The Chevelle was a looker, long, wide, and muscular in design. The 1970 model featured a more aggressive design compared to its predecessors, including a power bulge hood that housed the cowl induction system. This hood wasn't just for show. It helped improve performance by providing cooler air to the engine. This ride demanded attention the moment it rolled into any parking lot. With its slick exterior and growling engine, it wasn't just a car, it was a statement. Just like the laid-back vibe that Wooderson oozes. You know that all right energy we all love? Well, it's coming straight from that V8 engine. In the movie, Wooderson proudly brags about a Chevelle, claiming it's got a 411 Positrack Outback, 750 double pumper, Edelbrock intake, and 11-to-1 pop-up pistons. While the specifications may be more exaggerated than real life, it's clear that the Chevelle's power, design, and personality make it one of the most memorable muscle cars ever to hit the screen. Now, let's shift gears and talk about Pickford's Pontiac GTO Judge. This vibrant orange machine makes a grand entrance in the film's opening scene, setting the tone for what's to come. The Pontiac GTO Judge was built for one purpose, to get noticed, and that's exactly what it did. Originally intended to be a one-year-only model, the GTO Judge debuted in 1969 as a special edition of the GTO, designed to appeal to younger buyers with its bold styling and serious performance. But due to its unexpected popularity and strong market demand, Pontiac decided to continue the Judge into 1970, giving it a facelift and adding new features, ensuring its place in muscle car history. And to top it all off, the car came with a 400 cubic inch V8 engine, capable of delivering 366 horsepower. This car didn't just look mean, it sounded mean. The fuel system featured a quadrajet 4-barrel carburetor, ensuring optimal performance and efficiency. The GTO Judge could accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 6.6 seconds, complete the quarter mile in approximately 14 seconds, and reach a top speed estimated between 110 and 120 miles per hour. Sure, it might not have the raw displacement of the Chevelle, but what it lacked in size, it more than made up for in precision and performance. The GTO Judge was engineered for speed and was well ahead of its time in terms of design. Did you catch the word Judge in the model name Pontiac GTO Judge? It's quite an unusual name for a car, isn't it? Well, there's a reason behind it. The Judge surname comes from the comedy sketches on The Ed Sullivan Show, where the character would say, "Here comes the Judge." Pontiac used it as a way to market this high-performance car, and it became legendary. Next up is O'Banion's 1973 Plymouth Duster 340. This ride brings something a little different to the table. O'Banion's ride is a little more compact, a little more light, but still packing a punch. The Plymouth Duster 340 might not be the most extravagant car in the movie, but it's definitely one that deserves its time in the spotlight. Under the hood of this baby is a 340 cubic inch V8 engine delivering 240 horsepower. It might not have the brute force of the Chevelle or the GTO Judge, but the Duster was all about agility and precision. The 1973 model year introduced larger bumpers to comply with new safety regulations, which altered the vehicle's aesthetics compared to earlier models, but also added weight. What really set the Duster apart was its versatility. While many muscle cars of the era focused purely on power, the Duster was more balanced. It wasn't just about going fast in a straight line, it was also about handling control and taking corners with confidence. This engine was known for its strong torque output, which contributed to impressive acceleration, allowing the car to reach 0 to 60 miles per hour in approximately 6 seconds and complete the quarter mile in under 15 seconds. The Duster 340 was a true performance vehicle, especially for drivers who like to take on the twisty roads, not just the straightaways. However, the 1973 Duster 340 marked the end of the high-performance Duster models, due to increasing emissions regulations and changing consumer preferences towards fuel efficiency. Then we have Clint Catt's 1974 Pontiac Trans Am 455 Super Duty V8. This car is a legend in its own right and a perfect match for Clint's personality. Powered by a 455 cubic inch V8 engine, this beast churns out 310 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. The Trans Am was engineered for aggressive driving, with its performance suspension, wide tires, and a rear spoiler that kept it glued to the road at high speeds. If you wanted to take a corner at full throttle, the Trans Am made it feel like you were slicing through air. Transmission options included the turbo hydromatic automatic transmission, or the optional Muncie M20 or M21 4-speed manual transmission, giving drivers a choice of power and control. With a top speed of approximately 170 miles per hour and an impressive 0 to 60 mile per hour acceleration in around 5.4 seconds, the Trans Am could leave the competition in the dust. The design of the 1974 Trans Am is iconic, with its sharp lines, flared wheel arches, and bold front grille. Whether it was racing down the street or parked outside a party, the Trans Am made sure no one missed it. The Trans Am series was a popular racing event during the late 60s and early 70s, and the Super Duty version was designed with performance in mind, competing in various motorsports events during this time. Only 943 units of the Trans Am 455 Super Duty were produced in 1974, making it one of the rarest models in the Pontiac lineup. This scarcity has made it highly sought after by collectors today. But here's the thing, gearheads. The movie's makers didn't just stop at iconic muscle cars. Nope, it threw a true workhorse in the mix that's as legendary as the other rides. Yes, I'm talking about Benny's 1972 C10 short box pickup. Benny's 1972 C10 short box is the ultimate workhorse, built tough and ready for anything. Under the hood, a 350 cubic inch V8 delivering around 255 horsepower. While it may not have the same muscle car speed as the other vehicles on this list, the C10 was all about raw, rugged power. This truck was designed to haul, whether it was tools, gears, or your buddies to the next adventure. A surprising feature of the C10 is that it was one of the first pickups to feature a coil spring rear suspension, a relatively uncommon design for trucks at the time. This innovation not only improved ride quality and comfort, but also allowed for better handling compared to traditional leaf spring setups, making the C10 stand out even more in terms of performance. The real charm of the C10 lies in its versatility. It's got the power to go off-road, the muscle to haul heavy loads, and the reliability to get you where you need to go. Its classic truck design, combined with the power under the hood, makes it a car that embodies a different kind of strength. And that's a wrap on these legendary muscle cars from Dazed and Confused. But before you go, here's something to think about. What do you think these cars would be like if they hit the streets today? Could they still turn heads, or would modern cars outshine them? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get the conversation revved up. Also, watch our previous video on the top 5 most iconic movie cars. If you're as obsessed with muscle cars as we are, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Until next time.